which is the best debate I've ever seen.
You know what? I didn't actually see the debate. How was it?
It was interesting, but there was one part that I did not like. Chuck Todd asked everybody on the stage.
Now, is he CNN or who did the debate?
Chuck Todd is Meet the Press guy.
Oh, okay.
He asked every candidate, do you support when they get to the convention, if Bernie Sanders has more votes than everybody else, do you want him to be the president, or do you want to contest that and give the superdelegates the right to go ahead and pick somebody other than Bernie Sanders? Because they're going to pick somebody other than Bernie Sanders. That's not democracy. The people want Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, anyone's followers are going to want them for sure. So yeah. I mean, I'm a big time Trump supporter.
Yeah, most people want Bernie Sanders.
Is that what you think?
No, I know that.
Oh.
Have you seen the size of his crowds?
Well, have you seen the size of Trump's crowds?
Trump is always indoors. Only a certain amount of people can get in there.
Right.
Always indoors, never outdoors, ever. Bernie Sanders is outdoors. He came to Salt Lake City and got 14,000 people out on a work day, and then came back the following Monday. So that's who the people want.
Huh. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the beautiful part about America, right? We can...
Yeah, no, it's fucked up.
We can... Well, no, like, essentially, like, that's why we have the Electoral College and everything. Do you agree with that system? Or
no, that gives wealthy landowners the right to vote for us.
Interesting.
It goes back, I mean, they're not all they probably are all wealthy landowners. That's where it started. Only landowners used to be able to vote. And they've been fighting having the people vote ever since. And this is just their way to get their fingers in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's not what the people want.
Well, yeah, I mean, I completely agree to disagree. Like, that's the beautiful part about our country, right?
Yeah, it's screwed up. That's what it is.
You think so?
Yeah. Do you know who owns Utah's voting machines?
I don't. State?
Canada's digging up tar sands in Utah, so I guess we shouldn't worry about that. I don't know. Canadians are nice people. I like Canadians, but I don't know who's running this fucking voting machine company.
I couldn't tell you. You're talking about stuff that I don't know. I'm not familiar with. But the stuff that I do know, the economy's better than it ever has been. Right? We have
for the rich,
lowest
for the wealthy. Oh baby, yeah, baby, oh yeah.
You don't think so? You think
for the rich? Yeah, it's doing really good for the rich.
You don't think it's good for the middle class? I'm middle class. You don't think it's good for middle class and lower income as well?
What's good for it again? I'm sorry.
The economy.
The economy. Oh, the economy. Yeah, we got a problem with the economy. If we keep going the way we're going, the planet's dead. So we got to kind of look at some different options here.
Okay.
Yeah, the economy, I guess, is important, but the planet's more important.
Okay.
So yeah, we have some big changes to make that people aren't going to like. And if Bernie Sanders gets elected and he doesn't go in there and start cracking down and telling people, look, we can't keep buying all this shit. You know, this is not stuff we need. We need the planet more. And oh boy, is that going to piss people off. But you know what? We have to do it. Bloomberg, that guy's a racist pig. What are the Democrats running him for?
I don't know. It's all very entertaining to me, honestly.
Well, it's interesting, but it's also scary as hell. Trump is king now. He is the king.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going ahead. He's letting all of his crooks out of jail and putting honest people in jail. Yeah, we're screwed.
Interesting. What are you referring to exactly?
Yeah, you haven't seen it. Trump let Bogdanovich, I can't pronounce his name, Bogdanovich out of jail. Yeah. He's Roger Stone. Doesn't have to go to jail for as long or something now. Yeah, he's all these criminals Trump is protecting. And that doesn't scare you?
No, I think obviously the media hates Trump, which is a really good sign for me because the media doesn't.
No, actually, the media did everything they could to get Trump elected.
Yeah, it was kind of a reverse psychology is what he played on them. I agree.
He's a smart guy, huh?
I think he's smart, but I'm impressed by the people that he surrounds himself with.
Crooks? They're crooks.
Like Mike Pence. I wouldn't call him a crook.
Yeah, he goes to the money changers prayer breakfast every year, and he's a big figure in that.
So let me ask you a question. What is your name, by the way?
Larry.
Larry and Brian. Nice to meet you. So do you live far away from here?
About a mile that way.
I'm on the corner of 4500 and 1300. So just that newer. There's what is it called? It's right across the street from me. Turnberry Apartments, those white ones. Right across the street from it, there's some newer ones. It's on this south side of 4500. I'm just on that corner there. Anyway, so do you think that from the standpoint of, do you think that the economy will improve if Bernie gets into office?
Well, things are going to change. That's why Washington hates it, because nobody likes change.
Well, because he wants to be a king.
No,
say that Trump wants to be a king, but
no, Bernie Sanders wants us to be involved in the government.
Well, that's why we elect people that we want to be in the government.
Yeah, but we have these voting machines now, and we don't get who we elect.
So you don't believe that you believe that the voting system is completely corrupt?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally. Bush stole the election in 2000, right out in the open. The Supreme Court picked our president. Going against, those Republicans always talking about, states' rights! States' rights! Okay, in 2000, the count in Florida got to within 500 votes. And so they had to have the Florida Supreme Court come into it. They said, okay, we're going to have to hand count these votes under Florida law. So they started to hand count the votes. Roger Stone and all these people come in and start screaming. So they shut down the vote. The Supreme Court says, hold on here, we got to figure this out. So it goes to the federal Supreme Court, and they say Bush wins.
See, yeah.
And it's been downhill ever since then. Then you got the controlled demolition in New York City of 3 buildings, and we lost our freedom. And Judge Roberts, he helped Bush steal that election. He's the judge in that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I mean, you reference these things, and I guess I just say, well, where's the proof? Like, where?
Well, there is no proof. See,
okay,
they say that the people who believe in the voting machines.
Opinion. It's just opinion.
Well,
it's
the people who believe in the voting
proof.
machines say there's no evidence that any election was stolen, and I say there's no evidence that any election wasn't stolen.
So then, where do you place your trust in that? Where do you place your faith?
Hand-marked and counted ballots, which we're never going to have. They will not. They refuse to.
But then you have to trust in the people that are doing them.
It's a machine. It's the guy who programs the machine, and they won't let us see how the machines are programmed.
Yeah, I think fundamentally, like, you have to trust in something. So it doesn't sound like you trust in the fact that we could get anything other than an outcome that was in your favor that you would like.
No, I would totally go with whoever the people wanted.
So
whether it was Trump or what, I would totally go with that. But Trump didn't win the election.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
Interesting.
He said he's lied.
Do you believe that Obama won the election over Romney? Because there's a lot of stuff that came out about that. I'm just saying, no matter what, it's always going to be this way.
See, we don't know.
So there you go.
We don't know.
So there you go. Right?
I actually they had a voting equipment selection committee, and I was against the voting machines, and I talked to the governor, or who was the lieutenant governor at the time.
Yeah, I know.
And I talked to this lady, Amy Nicaragua, I can't pronounce her last name, but I talked to her. She was at the head of the voting equipment machine selection committee.
For the implementation here in Utah, you're saying?
Yeah, when they were bringing them in around before 2006.
Oh, okay.
And I said to her, I said, look,
Oh, that's interesting. Whenever there's
I
two
said to her,
helicopters.
these machines can be 100% accurate. Totally 100% accurate, but we don't know. And I heard her on NPR. I turned on the radio in the morning on NPR about a week later, and she said those exact words to NPR before she stepped down. So Gary Herbert had to come in and run the show. He didn't really want to be involved in it, but he had to come in and run the hearings and stuff.
Well, so that's the beauty of like the free market, right? If there's an issue with like voting machines, that someone can create a new voting machine. Otherwise, it's a poor product. So like that could be changed easily. So if that were corrected, you would be fine. And if you have confidence,
we have to get the machines out as long as the machines are there.
But if there's like double-blinded studies demonstrating that the machines are proven to work prior to anyone purchasing them.
Let's just do hand mark, hand count. We can do that. We're Americans, by God. We can hand mark and hand count our ballots.
That's fair. I don't have a problem.
It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It does still happen in some states, though.
Oh, like 1% or something. Yeah, very, very small percentage.
Yeah, I can tell you. But well, hey, it's good to see you again.
There's a thing called the red shift. Voting activists talk about all the time. And in all these elections, you see these polls going up to election. Every system machine, everything is just neck and neck. You don't know who it's going to be. Okay. There's a thing like when Al Gore was actually won. He was declared the winner that night.
I remember that.
Okay, then shifts to Bush, shifts to red. Okay, John Kerry, absolutely favored to win on election night. Absolutely. Wake up in the morning, oh, looks like he didn't win. Red shift. This happens in elections all over the place. It's not.
Do you think you're biased against red, though? Because we all have paradigms, so we're going to see things how we want them to.
Yeah, I don't like people who steal things. And just when George Bush stole the election, no, I didn't like that.
See, and I'm the same way. I don't like socialism because I like all my money to not be redistributed amongst other people.
So you want the rich to have it all?
I want everybody to be rich.
You want everybody to be rich?
Absolutely. Why would I not?
Well, if the rich have all the money, everybody's not going to be rich, are they?
So do you think that there's only one certain portion? So creativity, do you think that you can't create anything? Because that the false idea with thinking that way is that you and I can't increase the pot of money out there. We can't be creative in what we're doing. Right? That's the thinking. Whereas those who are rich, how did they get rich in the first place?
Well, Donald Trump got $450 million from his dad.
Okay, with the exception of Donald Trump, how do you think anyone else got rich? That's an exception.
Well,
Did you know that the statistic is 89% of millionaires in the U.S. started with nothing, zero. They weren't given.
So you think
$100 million?
So you think it's actually possible? You know, if a man makes $50,000 a year, it would take him 17,000 years to make $1 billion.
Sure.
So is that earned money?
So
is that earned?
Who are they earning the money through? Who are they earning the money through? Are you earning it from someone else? Or are you limiting yourself and saying, I can only earn $50,000 a year?
Unless this guy gets up at 2 a.m. every morning for 17,000 years and works every day, all day.
Okay, so you're operating under the mindset you can't earn more than $50,000 a year.
There's no possible way that you can earn enough money to make your great-great-great-great-grandchildren have so much money they can't even know how to spend it.
Well, what about
when other people who have 3 jobs can't survive? That's not earning your money.
It is earning.
No, it's not.
Money.
It's not. You cannot earn that much money. You can get it. You can steal it. You cannot earn it.
So let me ask you a question. Steve Jobs, when he created the iPhone, or whatever example you want, right? How about Alexander Graham Bell, the telephone?
Yeah, we got Philo Farnsworth. None of this shit would exist if it wasn't for Philo Farnsworth. He didn't make any money.
So I'm just saying, if you create something of value, you are an American, you have the opportunity to create something of value for me or for anyone else. So if I go out and I make something new, right? Some innovation, and there's a value tied to it, right? Say there's a value of like $100, right? Tied to it. If I go out and I sell that or benefit, say, 1,000 people with this product I've created, I have earned $100,000.
No,
It's simple math. I haven't stolen anything from anyone. I created that. That is false thinking.
You did,
sir.
and then some rich guy takes your idea and advertises the hell out of it and makes all the money, and you don't make shit.
I trademark it. I'm smart. Yes, there is crooks. There's always going to be that way. But I do not believe in that. And to focus on that mentally is a cancerous for yourself.
I published a computer program nationwide for Atari computers, and it completely failed because Atari went out of business the week it came out.
What did you say? Target? No, what did you say?
Atari. It was a program for Atari, a printing program for Atari.
Oh, okay.
It was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Atari had this top-of-the-line thing that all the other computer companies admired.
Okay, cool.
And were jealous of, and it was a video. Well, there's a program called 3ds Max right now, and they make the big movies with it. They made that wonderful CGI and...
so it's like the pre-CGI software type stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the largest CGI things out there that people use to create movies with.
Cool.
Some of the amazing things. What was that movie with the lion in it?
Lion King?
No.
Or the new one? Narnia. Is that what you're thinking of?
No.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. Anyway.
It's a good movie. Anyway, yeah, this is fantastic stuff. It's what most people use to create the games to do it. Yeah, my program, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near the programming expertise of the guys who did that program are, but my program was marketed under there were like 5 programs in that suite. And my program was one of them.
Cool.
I didn't make any money at all off of it. But
So let me ask you a question. Were you an employee of the people that was running the project to develop it, or was this your own personal idea that you came up with and you own the rights to?
Yeah, well, it was my own program, and I was in an Atari club, and this guy came in one day, one of the guys who was in the club said, because he knew I was trying to develop this program, and I really didn't have I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and he says, you better hurry because they're going to quit making that printer. And so I sent in a thing to it's called Anik Software. They had a magazine called Anik Magazine. So I sent them my program, and they loved it. And they sent me a letter saying, oh gosh, we're sorry we didn't get back to you sooner, because I sent a letter to them, I had the wrong date on it. So anyway, I said, oh no, I just barely sent that to you. But they were so excited about it, and getting this phone call at work that they were going to publish my program under these other programs was like, I thought I was going to be rich. It's a good thing I